you hear this shit? I'm fake being extra nice because
thank you, baby.
I don't normally talk like that. Guys, how are you guys doing?
Oh. Okay, how are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Are you starting this one? This is new.
Yeah, no, I just realized that.
Yeah. Okay.
No, do it.
No, I just realized that because I was given the go ahead to. Okay, here we go. Now we can start.
Let me see. Well, yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a while. I think we hopefully we all remember how to do this.
Yeah. I think I remember. I can't remember if I put the microphone in my mouth when I talk.
It's got to be pretty close.
Yeah.
Let's start with it outside of the mouth, and then we'll change it if we need to.
We can do a segment with it in, sure.
Yeah. Half in, half out.
Do you want to try, like, you know how you can like press a microphone up against your neck and talk, and you can probably hear it and understand someone fine. How far can you push that? Like, can I push it up against my asshole and talk? And would you guys be fine with that?
I think what you're thinking of is when people like are smokers, where they have to shove a microphone in their neck.
No. Ami is correct on this one. It's a. Go ahead.
No, that's all I needed to say.
Well, it's an interesting callback because we were just talking about Keanu Reeves and the Cyberpunk trailer, and in Speed, when he was the SWAT team member or whatever, the microphones that they had for their walkie-talkies were two things that sat beside their like windpipe on their neck. When I was little, I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
Really?
Yeah, so that they could talk like in tactical or whatever kind of situations, they could talk very quietly, but still have it be picked up by the microphone.
I'm gonna Google this real quick.
God, I hope I'm fucking right.
I can't find it.
Did Google give up, or did you give up?
I gave up because it wasn't immediately right there.
But I think you're right. I think you can press it up to your asshole and get a really good read on it.
Who wants to do that? Because I can't not know now.
All right. I'm getting somewhere. Oh, no, sorry, unrelated. I Googled neck microphone.
Okay.
And I got some hits there. Let's add Speed. Keanu. Yeah, this is maybe something for off mic. I'll add this. I swear that's what happened. And then I also think it was either SOCOM or maybe like Siphon Filter or something. One of those early tactical games. I swear, I think it was SOCOM that came with a neck microphone. It was like one of the first PlayStation Network games.
So when you Google neck microphone, it comes up?
Yeah, something similar to it.
All right, I got it.
Like the Tim and Eric?
Similar. A little more tactical or swatty.
They exist.
Yeah, I've seen those in movies.
All right, well, hang on.
How to use a throat mic, Radio 101.
I can't get a clear shot of his neck.
I just Googled asshole microphone.
Nothing?
Oh, so you're going the other way. Okay.
Yeah, check all ends. You Google neck, Jeff, and Steven, Google asshole mic. I almost Googled neck ass mic.
Oh, okay. It looks like there's a picture of Marilyn Manson doing it.
So I just put a picture in the chat. It's not very clear from that, but
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Ah, dude, that guy doesn't age.
no, he doesn't. Timeless.
Oh man.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember
Oh, I could quote many
Speed?
lines from Speed, sure, but I just don't remember that neck microphone.
Oh yeah. That's all I remember from that movie.
That Adam's apple.
Yeah.
So in your memory, the characters are just blank white people,
Just a neck microphone on a bus.
white background.
Just faceless
white
mannequins in traffic.
You can hear voices, but you just see that. Okay. Huh.
First
You have-
crush. That was one of my first crushes. Sandra Bullock.
Oh, that was one of my first crushes.
And my last crush. Just kidding. My wife came back up here.
Okay.
Um,
I think what you have is a reverse photographic memory.
that
I think in your memories you remember events happening but have no idea what they looked like.
What do you mean? Like, well, what's an example of that other than what I've just said? Or actually give me an example of what I just said.
All right.
I don't remember.
I'm guessing you have a reverse photographic memory. That means, like, let's say, okay, were you in the room when your daughter was born?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you remember?
I remember coming out of a vagina. No. I'm just trying to reverse what would happen in that situation.
Too reverse.
I remember sitting next to her and holding a leg at one point. That's one thing they don't tell you is they make you work in there. So she's having a baby and there's only one doctor and there's one nurse and they're like, hey, why don't you grab the other leg?
Do you remember whose leg it was?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it could have been my daughter's leg. It could have been my wife's leg. It could have been the doctor's leg. I was just grabbing on for dear life. I didn't know what was happening.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Classic case of reverse photographic memory, if I've ever heard of one. Where were I feel like, man, I derailed it real quickly with that neck microphone. Oh, yeah, we're back.
We're back, baby.
Yeah, we took a long holiday break. We let's see what has happened to us since then. We went to the beach. We all went to the beach together.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the big thing from that was set.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not for us, but for me.
What was that?
That card game?
Oh, yes. Dude, I already forgot about that game.
I know.
Oh, wow. Such a good card game. Hate it, but yeah.
I know you've forgotten already.
Because it involves pictures.
Yeah.
There's a set app that Mary, I think y'all got one also, but she put it on her iPad and it actually works out really well. So we play that from time to time.
Is that a free one or is that
I think it's the free one.
All right.
But yeah, Set is they've got the real actual physical card game you can buy, SET. It's very fun.
Yeah.
And then we played a couple of rounds of our game that I will leave nameless, that we have been playing. It's like a long story type thing. This is our second year. Started it last year, Memorial Day weekend at the beach. We we took it out to Las Vegas with us this winter. Played a couple of rounds there,
Oh yeah.
and then back to the beach. That might be too much info. I don't know.
I understand why you're leaving the name of the game out, because you don't want anyone to spoil the story, right?
That's correct.
Oh yeah. I was like,
Okay,
I was
maybe-
like, damn, dude.
Maybe okay.
I was like, gosh, they don't even know your name out there. You must. It's like now you don't even want them to know what games you're playing.
That's
No,
true.
I got
Maybe
you. I got you.
Maybe I cut out the whole thing and then don't even mention that.
Sure. But I mean, the big thing right after that was, of course, what?
The end game.
No, Mark's appearance on
Oh yeah.
MrBeast.
You're talking about like in real life, in our lives.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I thought
right,
you just meant
yeah.
like in society and culture as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was crazy. Very nice of MrBeast and the crew to let us get on there and represent.
Well, do you want to break down the whole thing, how all that kind of came to be?
Sure, yeah. So they MrBeast and the crew live in North Carolina, and since I do stand up, there's a couple of people on his crew that also do stand up, and so we run into each other from time to time, and did a couple shows where they were, and then
Stand-up shows?
Yeah, stand-up shows, and just know those guys, and then one of them, they know our channel, and one of them reached out to me and said, hey, we're doing do a longest in VR. Do you mind if we ask you some questions about, I guess, how it's operated and ran? And I was like, yeah. And then Jeff, you and I got on the phone that was at the beach, and they were asking us how to, basically we said, look, we've been doing this for over a year now, and there's not one time that we get on to play VR and there is something wrong. There's something goes awry or askew.
It's never been flawless a single time in the whole year that we've done it, over a year.
Right. So we spend, sometimes it ranges from, okay, this will give me 15 minutes to redo this or recalibrate or restart my computer. This thing isn't happening. You can't hear my mic. Oh, I can't join the room. It's anywhere from 15 minutes to it's been over an hour. So
we've had to call it for technical difficulties.
Yeah, exactly. We've had to cancel sessions because we're all mad and we're like, you know what, fuck this.
Yeah, we've been toying with the idea of starting another podcast or channel that is just the recordings of us trying to get everything working.
Yeah. So after they interviewed or asked us questions, they said, would you be interested in being one of the contestants on there? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And had to rearrange some stuff because they said Friday, and then I also had to work that weekend. So I was featuring at Goodnight's Comedy Club when they asked me to do a Friday, but they were going to start at 9 a.m. And so I was like, okay, well, I mean, I wasn't going to skip a show, but, I could have, I was like, oh, all right, well, I doubt I'll last that long anyway. And then it got moved on another, like, I think it was, Wednesday, where I canceled the show to do it. We started at 5 p.m. And yeah, man, I walked in there. They have a little spot where I think it's their second spot where they can do like challenges and just like setting up stuff. And I walked in, they had 4 different green screen kind of cubicle things, and they were setting up. And I told them before, I said, before you don't set up the day of. Set up, and they worked out kinks from that 9 a.m. day from that time, and I got there at 4, and they were still working out kinks. I mean, it was, and they built 4 different green screen rooms, and they didn't have VR sets laying around. They bought 4 VR sets. All of them had their computers obviously linked up to each one. They had cameras, overhead cameras. They had cameras that could see everybody, and then each individual close up. And yeah, so then it was go time, and I didn't know the challenge, and I didn't know what it was. But as soon as you put on the VR, I had my hoodie trying to represent us, and
Thank you.
yeah, had to do that. So, and unfortunately, that's the only thing that I had, because people don't know this. So I'll tell this story, a little asterisk. My lovely wife bought some merch, because all I had was a hoodie. So I was like, well, I want a t-shirt. We'll get she wanted a hoodie and a couple t-shirts. So she ordered some merch and sent it to a place in France that also has our city name.
I'm trying to remember the name, because she told us and I looked it up.
Do you remember? Dana's right here. Do you remember the name?
It was a principality between France and Spain.
Andorra?
Yes.
Andorra. Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, that doesn't exist in that doesn't
The continental US.
No, it does not. And so all our merch went there.
So if you're a random person from Andorra and you somehow found the podcast by getting a box of
yeah, it's a very expensive marketing technique, but basically send $150 worth of merch to a random person, and hopefully they like us.
They correlate a t-shirt with a YouTube channel.
Yeah. They just got a shirt. They're not like going specifically to YouTube, even if they happen to give a shit to even pump it into the computer. So,
oh wow, these people gave me clothes. I guess I got to return the favor and then search the internet for them.
So anyway,
yes, it is. We are well into the North Carolina summer, which are hot and humid. And you were wearing a hoodie.
It was so, yeah, very dumb. But the place I went into was cool. It was fine. I was like, all right. But the first game, so we put the goggles on, and he says the challenge. You obviously seen the video, but the challenge is it's $1,000 for every hour you stay in, and you only stay in, or you only win that if you are the last one standing. So immediately in my head, I go, holy hell, I can easily be in here for, 12 hours or whatever. So anyway, goggles come down. He says that. I'm thinking, damn, dude, I think I'm going to be in here longer than I thought, like immediately. And so they said the first game we're going to do is Beat Saber. That's the first game, and so I've never played it before. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll get to play this game." And we could only do music that wasn't copyrighted, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So we had to just do random, like, trap beats and bullshit,
techno,
house. House music and shit. So I'm flying. I'm really trying to crank up the intensity, because you don't just want to actually just watch people play VR. So I'm doing my thing, and I'm wearing jeans too. So I start sweating immediately, and I think, oh shit, dude, I can't take this hoodie off with this VR helmet on. So I'm literally getting soaked. And another thing I don't realize is that when I'm sweating, I'm getting sweat on my face, which I can't wipe away.
Mm-mm.
And
Well, what?
I have sweat in my eyes at one point, and I'm like, they're stinging.
Oof.
And I believe after, I think we played Beat Saber for almost an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I had fogged up one of the goggles. So now I have one clear lens, one foggy one. And so yeah, I was trying to fight it. I was trying to find the long game because I was like, well, it'll be cold at night and I'll need my hoodie. But then I just said, dude, I can't do this anymore. So MrBeast himself came over, took out a knife, which he was like, oh yeah, I'll cut your hoodie off. I was like, great. He's like, okay, I got a knife here. And I was like, a knife? you got a knife? I don't know. To me, it's just like, well, maybe
You use scissors. You got to get clothes off of somebody. You use scissors.
Yeah, you're giving away thousands of dollars on this. Maybe can you spend $5 on some scissors next door? And so yeah, cut it off, and thank God he did, because I was a hot mess under there.
Well, I saw the legwork that you were throwing in there, or the fancy footwork, and I can see how you generate some heat.
Thank you. I was trying everything to just amp it up a little bit. I was playing behind my back. I was flipping around, not like doing front flips, but but turning around and all that, and just using my feet when I didn't even have to, because they don't track that. And
You didn't have to use your feet?
no, I mean, it doesn't show up on the game at all, so there's no reason you can lean side to side, but there's no reason for me to be jumping around and
oh God.
and doing the moonwalk in that fucking green screen cubicle. So yeah, we played that for like an hour and a half, and then we all went to some Superhot, which is cool. And
Hey-o.
yeah, like doing that, showed off in that. I thought I created a good story with why I was there. Like I would be playing the game, and then I would be processing like internally, like while the game's going on, but I would say it out loud for the cameras. So I was trying to give them a little like, oh, this guy on my left doesn't think I see him, but I see an ashtray right in front of me. Watch this. Just, and just do like little shit like that. And then I remember at one point I was shooting a gun in the game, but I was also covering my balls, and I was like, yeah, badasses definitely shoot guns like this, like covering themselves in a tight position. So like there's a couple of things in there that I was like, that I thought was, good content. And again, obviously was in there for 17 hours, and yeah, there's a lot of content. But so we played that, and then I think
Had you played Superhot before?
I did, yeah. And I love that game. So I was like, oh, fuck it, yeah. I love...
Yeah, to anybody that's listening that has VR, plays VR, if you've not played Superhot, I think that's one of, like Beat Saber, it's one of the, you should definitely have that if you own VR.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's super fun.
You feel like a total badass.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And so we did that. Played that for a while, and I think, spoiler alert, obviously if you haven't seen the video, go watch it and then press play again. But then Chandler quits. I guess he had a malfunction in his headset, of course, like we just talked about. Nothing ever goes right. So I think he was in darkness for, I don't know, I can't remember, but maybe an hour or so, and he just took the headset off. And
I feel like that's he does. I don't know. I feel like if you get darkness, like that's your ticket to win. Like that's what you want. Like you don't want to have to be looking at this shit.
right.
All he had to do was lay there with his eyes closed, or do nothing.
Yeah, yeah. And in the video, you see him like laying down, just like waiting, but he just took it off, and I think it was only like 3 hours in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when we're all playing, Mr. Beast says, Chandler's out, he took it off, and we're 3 hours in. I'm like, oh, dude, I got this. This guy's already quitting like at 3 hours. And so yeah, it's going on, and as we're going, Mr. Beast is like, all right, we're 5 hours in, and I'm like, I literally feel like I have only been in there for maybe an hour and a half.
Nice.
Yeah, for some reason maybe it was a little adrenaline, maybe it was a little just trying to know the long game. But when he said like 5-6 hours, I was like, that's nothing. You all are dead right now, because I'm there's no way I'm going to lose this. So what's the next game we play? Oh, we tried to play. Well, of course, we started to play some games that we had mentioned, Jeff, because obviously we gave them some examples of what games would be, and that was before I knew that they were going to ask me to maybe be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played Tales of Escape. We played the mine level on that, and it was me and Gabby and Chris, and we're playing that. And what sucks is I'm going around. I'm trying to make jokes and doing little things. Obviously, like we do. I'm trying to showcase how we play.
Right.
And they're doing good too, because they kind of caught the vibe, and they're playing along and also making good jokes. And the sad thing is I couldn't remember how we got out of there. So like literally we were stuck at the start to the point where we played for an hour and a half, and we were like, new game, fuck this game, we all hate it. So we played that. That was good. There's some good stuff in there. Then what did we do? I think we tried to play. Oh, we played VR chat for a while. We spent like, maybe 3 hours in VR chat, going around talking to different people. Oh, it was really cool because then Mr. Beast himself used Chandler's VR headset to pop in with us on VR chat, and we went around to different VR chats, and it was hysterical. Like, I was dying laughing at a lot of the stuff that we were doing in there. And then it was really cool because then people would like Chris or someone would be like, oh, it's Mr. Beast, and then people would gather and be like, oh, is Mr. Beast? Is Mr. Beast here? It was just like, it was so wild, man. It was like, yeah, it was pretty crazy to see other people's reaction to that, and then other people, of course, being like, yeah, bullshit, or yeah, oh yeah, supposedly it's Mr. Oh yeah, if you're Mr. And then give him his own fucking test.
Right.
But God, there was a lot. We had a lot of fun in that one. And then we went and tried to play drunk bar fight, but of course we couldn't get 3 people all in at once. So
well, why was VR chat fun though? What made that good to you?
I guess it was fun because you're interacting with people, and I feel like there's not like a lot of people who are, you're not I don't know, everyone's making jokes, fucking around, making fun of each other, and obviously you can like, if there's like, you see someone's like skin, I don't even know how to say it, but their avatar, and you can copy their avatar, and then now you become that thing. And I saw a someone had all right, imagine what Mickey Mouse looks like, right? Like, it's like color, shape, and all that stuff, but it was Pumbaa from the Lion King's body. So it was like basically Pumbaa's body, and then put on Mickey Mouse's attire and I thought it was hilarious. So people, were like it was a real attention getter, because people were like, Mickey Mouse, what the fuck happened to you? Like, and then I came up with the story about how Mickey Mouse was at Chernobyl, and I hung out there too long, and then I started pretend to crying, and I said, everyone just points at me and calls me a freak, and then everyone started to point at me and call me a freak. And so and then it was me, Beast, Chris, and Gabby, and we were all walking around, and yeah, it was, I mean, I felt like we were doing a lot of kind of what we do, is just, like you kind of create a story, or you go off on a thing, and then that person, it felt like, well, I guess it just felt like a little like everyone was just more trying to have fun than be mean, I guess. I don't know, like, or just be annoying. But so yeah, we did that. We tried to do drunk bar fight. That didn't work. So I did it for a little bit by myself, but didn't feel like I even after we were done, I was like, oh, there's nothing usable there. Then we did. Oh, then MrBeast came up with a challenge for. Oh, and then I think shortly after that, Gabby quit. So she was 10 hours in, and she quit. And literally at this point, MrBeast comes by again. How do you feel? And or it was right before Gabby quit, and I was like, I could last a week. I literally felt like the same I did at 5-6 hours. I was like, it's 10 hours in. You're kind of getting that stimulus, obviously, when you're in these worlds of daylight. So to me, I was like, I'm the same as I was at hour 5. Like, if people are quitting, this is a problem for, like, I'm definitely winning. There wasn't a doubt in my mind. So she quits. Now it's just me and Chris. They make us go to Google Earth. And I was like, this is weird, because what are we going to do here? And so MrBeast says, the challenge is you guys have 15 minutes to find the ugliest building, the most messed up, crappiest building. Because whoever gets that gets $1,000. I was like, oh, well, now I'm gonna find that building. So I go to, oh my God, where did I go? I was trying to go to I think I visited Oakland first, and I walked around there for a bit. And then there's a place somewhere in New Jersey. I can't remember the name. One of the guys gave me one of his crew members, Garrett, I think, came over and was like, hey, you should try this town. It's a real shithole. So I went there. Oh, which, by the way, while we're doing VR the whole time, MrBeast and the crew are shooting Nerf guns at us, throwing like, I don't know, just fucking with us while we're in VR, which was totally fine and cool. It's for entertainment, content, whatever. But yeah, it was fine, and actually it was expected, because I kind of walked in and saw some shit, and I'm like thinking to myself, this is going to be a short game or a really long game. Because if you're putting up with it, now it's just like, now I'm going to go crazy. But it was fine, but that definitely adds to some of the difficulty of having a peace of mind or playing a game and be like, am I going to get a fucking dart in the neck? But so fuck, what was the last thing I was saying about Google Earth? So so Chris finds his building, I find my building. I can't get mine on Street View. For some reason, my thing won't zoom into the street. It's like just above Street View. It's like on the second story, as opposed to being down on the ground level. And so I can hear Chris. He's essentially in another room. Like, there's a main wall between us, but there's like a walkway. but I can hear him. He goes, if he's not on Street View, it doesn't count. And I'm thinking, I gotta, and he's right. I gotta get it on Street View. So what I did was, so they view Chris's building that he chose, and then they're like, all right, Mark, you got to get it on Street View. And so I laid down on the ground, and my ass is up in the air, and my head is on the ground. Like I am trying to melt myself into the ground to get it on Street View, and I got it. I was like, I was trying to push my head, like I have one of my ears on the ground because I'm trying to look at the building still, and I'm just like trying to be as flat as possible. And I finally get it on Street View, and my building was. It was a 3-0 vote. My building won. So,
nice.
Yeah, that was a nice little side challenge. And
what was the town?
Yeah.
Oh God, man. It was somewhere in New Jersey. I have no idea. Real shithole though. I know I have a running gag on the podcast of just going to towns and cities and saying they're pieces of shit. But yeah, I don't remember.
I want to know why this Garrett or Jarrett or whoever he was.
Garrett, yeah.
Seems like he had this shithole town with shit building. Like, why is that something like you have like on the tip of your tongue at all times?
Yeah, I don't know. He had a vendetta though. He was like, "Oh, I remember this place."
Yeah. So he just gave you the town name and just said, "You'll be fine finding one."
Yeah, I walked around.
Doesn't matter what street, you'll find it.
Yeah, I found like a shipyard or something, and I found like this building that was just beat the fuck up. And yeah, it was real, obviously a piece of shit. So
nice.
So yeah.
But two questions I had. And I think we've talked about this before. What is the young man's real name, and does he go by that, or does he have people refer to him as MrBeast?
Real name is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, and no one calls him MrBeast.
Okay.
Well, that would be kind of weird. Like, hey, Jimmy, like I said, it's Mr. Beast.
Like which he turns into the guy on Split or something.
Yeah. But
well, my father is Mr. Beast. You can call me Beast.
Which, by the way, oh, dude, I forgot. So before Gabby quit, and I know this, I'm really fucking up this timeline. I had to piss. We're about 8 hours in, and I consciously made an effort before to not drink a lot. A couple hours before. Took a piss right before we got into VR. We're about 7-8 hours in. I got to piss. I can't hold it anymore. So they give me a bucket, and I face my corner, and I had two guys. One was a comic that I know. I guess they were kind of blocking some of the cameras near me, but I was facing the corner, and I think I pissed the longest I had in my whole life, and it smelled like vitamin asparagus. It was horrific. I swear to God, it was to the point like they were all humming, like because it was really, I couldn't piss because I don't know. They could all just be like pointing at my dick and just like about to throw rocks at it or something. You know, I don't know what they're doing because I'm in VR. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, it's a common thing. You know, they'd gather people around in the town and they'd throw rocks at people's dicks.
Yes.
But yeah, like I was thinking about that. I'm glad you brought it up. Like that's scary. Like you're essentially blindfolded around strangers for 17 hours.
Yeah. Which I knew two guys there. I know two guys I do stand up with, and I gave one guy my phone, and I said, "Listen, if my wife calls, I gotta go." And I gave him the password, and I said, "Just seriously, update me if she says anything or whatever." So So anyway, so yeah, they're around me, and I can't piss. Obviously, I can't piss because I'm like, I can't fight. My dick is out. It's in a bucket. I can't.
Stage fright.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't do it. And then
Mhm.
so I was like, can I get a little noise? So like everyone started like humming. Everyone, just and I go, okay. And I started to piss, and then like they die down like after like 20 seconds, and then they can hear me pissing, and they're like, oh geez, and they raise it up again. Like, and so they're doing that for a while, and then it dies down again, and I'm still pissing, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, like what is your deal? So anyway, that goes away, and we start playing more. They make a food run. They get Bojangles. I'm sitting down in a corner eating Bojangles
Gosh.
with my eyes. Obviously can't see anything, so I don't even know what I'm eating, if that's actually what I'm eating.
It's such a sad visual.
It
It
dude,
is. Did
yeah.
they give you like hand sanitizer and
No.
no? Oh,
In fact,
boy.
they had one guy feed me at first, and I was like, oh,
No.
oh yeah. And I was like, I fucking hate this. I was like, that was the one part where I was just like, I've sold my soul at this point, because I'm a germ freak, dude. I carry hand sanitizer with me. I don't give a fuck. I can't get on a plane without hand sanitizer. If I was about to get on a plane and they were like, this is our last bottle of hand sanitizer, it's $1,000. Well, I wouldn't buy it for $1,000, but I would. But I'm not getting on a plane without hand sanitizer. I have to have it, because even when I buckle in, like as soon as I buckle in and I'm done touching what I need to touch, then I got to get that bad boy out. I can't. It's even. I know it's mental at this point, but I just can't do it. So as I'm getting fed, I'm going, oh, well, I'm definitely getting E. coli or fucking rabies.
Jeez.
Well, was this the guy that was holding your thing while you were pissing in the bucket?
Probably.
Oof.
Yeah, he probably got my piss on his hands, throwing piss water out. Well, it's
Did
just
they-
piss. It's not piss water.
Piss water. Just piss.
It cuts it. It's 50%.
Did they plan as far as shittings to happen?
Just a
Ooh.
bucket. I think that's a gamble that they were willing to throw the dice on. Let's hope. In fact, I guarantee they're like, let's hope someone has to shit.
Hmm.
So
I feel like that's a hard checkpoint that people are not going to pass. Like,
no.
I would have. How would you have done it though? I couldn't have. I couldn't have done it. I'd have to go into a corner of the green screen room and do like a wall split and just shit laying down, just so no one sees me directly. I don't know.
at 24 hours, no. At 48 hours, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know how. I guess I would if I had to. I mean, it was a big painter's bucket, so you could fit that fat ass in there pretty snugly. You could fit your fat piece of ass in there snugly. But I think I even said this on Discord. I was already thinking about it like a week before. Like, if I did shit, I don't even know if I'm done wiping. I just gotta assume that I've wiped enough, or do I have a guy spot me?
Oh my god, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I made sure I had like 2 cups of coffee that morning. And
How do you know when you're done? Oh.
Yeah.
This is a big TMI section. Probably cut most of this out, but I knew a guy, friend of a friend in high school, that his rule was 3 wipes.
What do you mean his rule was 3 wipes? Like
Regardless of what happens.
Regardless, anything, just 3 wipes, and he was walking away from the toilet. 3 wipes, flush, and he's out. And that's it.
Dude.
What kind of
no.
rule is that?
Yeah, that doesn't even make
I don't
sense.
know.
It's
Oh, you gotta leave that in.
Yeah. 3 wipes.
It's a rule.
Yeah, how is that a rule?
I don't know. It's like, well, I'm not going to eat any more than this 1 cup of Cheerios this morning. You know, that's. Oh God, why is this tangent come up? But
It's too late.
Another pertinent,
It's too late. Well,
similar story.
Yeah.
So, boss's neighbor is selling their house. They have their house. It's on the market. This is the most first world problem I think I've ever heard of. Their big beautiful home is on the market. They're having a bunch of showings, so the family takes off to the beach for the weekend. This sounds like a joke, like I'm setting up some sort of joke. But they left their cats there, and they have one of those automatic pooper scooper litter boxes.
Mhm.
Well, the pooper scooper breaks down like mid swipe, so it's blocking the litter box.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So the cats, they do their best. They wanted to go shit in the litter box. They just could not get in there. So they, you know, for better or worse, they shit on the floor next to the litter box. That's pretty bad. You know, you got realtors or people coming in looking at your house.
Wow, yeah.
That's pretty bad. But then it gets worse because their Roomba
Oh.
comes around and starts doing its thing on its daily tour and is just smearing shit all over their home. Just these little cat shits.
All these robots are doing it wrong.
Oh my God, dude.
So they don't know. It could have happened 5 minutes after they left the driveway. And everybody that came to look at their house that weekend is just walking into this like
Shit smeared house.
shit smeared Jackson Pollock poo painting.
Oh my God. So 2 robots caused shit to be smeared all over this house.
Mhm.
That's a good point. Yeah. See, we're not going to get replaced.
We're not quite there
It's
yet,
not-
are we?
It's not T1000s or whatever that we have to worry about for the uprising. It's these little gadgets that are all going to gang up on us.
The cats are probably like, Jesus. We tried. You saw me. Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Think about that if they're on vacation for like a week or whatever, and they're like, they had what? Did they have an open house or they just got? Their house is on the market. They got realtors popping in like, oh, we have a showing. We had 20 showings and no offerings. What the fuck? And then they come home.
Well, it was just an open house, so that it was one of those. They had the key and the lockbox on the door, so there's no realtor, like nobody in charge to call them and be like, hey, look, there's shit all over your house. It's just prospective buyers showing themselves in.
Wow.
And like they have no way of contacting the homeowner to say, you know, is this how you normally keep your house, or is this like we've heard of people baking cookies? Like, is this some sort of technique that we are not aware
like
of?
They call them up. It's like, so when you say 3-bedroom, 3-bath, what do you think the bathroom is?
Describe that half bath for us.
Is the half bath the living room part or
The carpet.
They must have just thought, oh, there's probably dogs that scoot themselves all over the house.
Just a dog, like a Guinness World Record holder for ass scooting by a dog. He's done like 8 laps around the downstairs.
Oh my God. It's a good thing Roombas don't have the technology to go upstairs yet, because it would have just, you think of those Boston Dynamic robots, that can walk and
Oh God.
adjust to being kicked and stuff,
Oh yeah, dude. those were a nightmare. Yeah, imagine. Oh, dude,
Still
that'd
can't
be
detect shit.
so funny. Of like get get 3 Boston Dynamic, like upright robots, and they're trying to like do house chores, but they keep slipping and shit everywhere.
But they successfully maintain their balance
Yeah, but they're slipping all over in the shit just
constantly.
Like it sounds like an aristocrats thing.
Ta-da!
I would love to see a live stream of
Oh, dude.
three dog robots cleaning a house and constantly slipping and shit. Like, what are they missing? They're not cleaning the shit. They're doing everything else they're supposed to do, but they're guarding the house well. But you know,
they're maintaining their balance. But goddamn,
They are making this place messy.
they don't learn.
it'd be like hearing a.
We need to get these cats a bidet.
Oh, it'd be like hearing dogs trying to round a corner of some tile constantly.
That clacketing, clack, 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 clack.
Fucking robots. Where were we on your story there? You were pissing
Oh yeah, pissing.
in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, pissing. Did that, and then so now it's Gabby quit, so now it's just me and Chris, and that is 10 hours in, and so me and Chris play Pavlov, and I didn't know this at the time, but he shoots guns in real life and stuff, but Pavlov is a player versus player shooter. Oh no, Gabby did play with us on that one, and that's pretty cool. But there's nothing for us to use as far as content. Speaking for our channel and probably there's probably a couple cool things that happened that they could have taken away for Pavlov, but yeah, we play that for probably an hour and a half. Gabby ends up quitting. Then me and Chris did Pavlov was before the Google Earth thing, and then I think we tried to play Minecraft and that didn't work. And then what did we end up doing? What was the other game? Did we go back to something? I think we went back to VR. Yeah, we went back to VR chat, and we're roaming around there, playing in there, and then it's like 5 a.m. at this point, and I'm dying. I feel like it's like 4. It's at 4 a.m, and I'm dying. I'm laying down. I can hear him. He's like, dude, I gotta get out of here. I was like, yeah, me too, but you gotta take yours off first.
Okay.
And so
you're bonding, but also still against each other.
Right. Yeah. We're having fun. He's a fun dude. And so we do VR chat. Again, it's like 4 a.m. I think we're gonna they tell me like, yeah, Chris is laying down. And I was like, oh, he's laying down? Okay. Well, I was like, all right, well, yeah, this is time for me to get some sleep. And I was like, we're in VR chat. I was like, where's Chris? And they tell me what room he's in VR chat. And I go there and he is laying down.
His character is laying down.
Yeah, him and his character are laying down.
Sure.
Are in I think it's called like Star Show or something, and it's like just the galaxy and these stars lighting and these comets going by and all this stuff, and it's just a bridge. It's just a bridge in space, and it's not a very big bridge. It's about it's I don't know. It's you'd probably fit 50 people lined up, or maybe 60, 70 people lined up, and So I get in this room and I see Chris laying on the ground. So I come up next to him and I go, "Hey, you mind if I lay next to you?" And so I lay next to him, and we probably talk for an hour and a half. First of all, like we start to get to know each other, and then he starts telling me like these crazy stories, and I'll just fast forward like after it was all over, like the crew was around us, like a couple of guys. Most of them went home, but there's like a couple of guys that stayed up with us. The crew was saying that could have been I would have listened to that podcast all fucking day. You guys talking and we're fucking with each other and making jokes and shit. And so it was like I was dying at some of the stuff that we were talking about. And so I thought that was really funny. And
Damn, we need to get a hold of that recording.
I know. It was really funny. And
Oh God.
that sounded like she got up on
close.
the mic.
You can't contact Chris, or we'll figure it out later. Fuck.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah, I'll see what I don't know, maybe. But so we ended up sleeping I think I fell asleep for maybe a little over an hour. And I toss and turn when I woke up, because I woke up and I go, "Oh, I'm awake. How long did I sleep for?" And I press the button while I'm in VR to check the time. It had only been like an hour 15. And I was like, now that's fucking disappointing, because when you wake up, you're like, what time is it now? Because I'm awake. That means I got a decent, I don't know, a couple hours.
Right.
And
some time has passed.
Right. And that was just like, nope, no time has passed at all. Nothing. Just like, it's so.
Oh God.
So I tossed and turned for a little bit, and I think I fell asleep for maybe another 20 minutes. And I wake up and I'm still on the bridge with the stars and everything. And when I wake up the second time, I go, I'm in hell. I'm in this Groundhog Day. I'm awake, but I'm not. I'm stuck. I'm in this place forever. And it was almost like not a slight anxiety attack, not nearly as bad, but like a feeling of like, I'm never getting out of here. I'm in here forever. And so that's when I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. And Chris was laying down too. I was like, dude, I think I'm done. And I was like, yeah, and everyone else is asleep. I hear some of the cast. God damn it. What are they fucking on a TV show?
He's sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. Some of the crew, I can hear them snoring, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm done. I'm just thinking to myself, and then I go, I gotta piss. Maybe if I piss and I'll lay down, I go, I need a bucket. No, nothing. I go, hello. Nothing. I go, hey, I need a bucket. I'm gonna piss myself. Nothing. And I go, now they did bring me like a vitamin water when they ran out and did a little run, so I knew where that was, and I drank the rest of it. And I'm holding the bottle, and I go, no. I'm thinking about doing it, and I go, I fucking can't. I'll overflow this thing from last time. I haven't pissed in, almost 7-8 hours. So they get me finally. I hear Chris go, "Hey, he's gonna piss himself." So I guess someone came in the door that way, and they got me a bucket. I pissed. I laid down again, and I'm laying down, and I'm miserable. I can feel myself sick. My throat sucks. It's all sore. I've been talking all day and trying to be somewhat entertaining just playing VR. So, I'm talking the whole time in VR chat where we're doing it up, and I go, yeah, man, I think I'm done. And he came over and he goes, you're going to do it? And I go, and yeah, Mr. Beast came over. He goes, "All right, he goes, I believe in you. You don't have to do this." And I was like, "God damn it!" And I just go, "Fuck it, yeah, no, I'll stay in." And they go, "No, I fucking can't." And he's like, "Don't tease us. What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm out. I'm taking it off." And so I took it off, and I rolled out of there. And I'll tell you what, dude, I took that off. It's daylight of the next day, so I feel like it's still the same day, essentially. Kind of like, oh, it's still
God.
light. I got up and I started to walk, and I go, I need to sit down. This going from that long in VR and then taking the headset off and trying to walk. It was like my body was like recalibrating. Hold on, just wait a minute. I wasn't used
Jeez.
to walking in real life. And a funny note that that some of the crew saw was that when me and Chris were sleeping next to each other on the bridge in this star galaxy, is other people would pop in.
Other virtual people.
Other virtual people would pop into the room and just see two people laying down on the bridge together and snoring. Because Chris told me afterwards, he goes, "Yeah, I heard you started because I was on my back. When I'm on my back, I snore. I always sleep on my side, but if I'm on my back, I snore hella bad. So it was just fucking awful." And he goes, "Yeah, you were snoring," and Chris can't take off his headset because I'm snoring. But it's funny because people would pop into this virtual star galaxy and see two guys sleeping. Well, he chose a hot little anime woman, so and I was a dude, so like they were like, "God, I guess this couple is sleeping together on this virtual world." But so people would pop in and like walk by, and because they could see it on their screen, and then they would leave. And yeah, so then that was all over. I lost, and it was it was all right. And MrBeast and the crew, they were nice enough. They go, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't drive. Why don't we have one of our crew members drive you back to your place, which is hour and a half, and then we will Uber our crew member back." And I go, "Holy shit, what? No, don't worry about that." Like I'm like concerned about them. Like, "Yeah, no, you guys, I should have taken it," but honestly, I was like, "No, you guys, that's way over the top." But
Well, this is probably going to frustrate you. I had forgotten about it, or I didn't realize it. I saw it today. One of his videos is, I guess, him setting a record for the longest Uber ride ever, where it was across the entire
I
country.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been nothing for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I guess I was just too much of like, "Oh, well, you've already done so much to just let me. I don't want to be a burden." But yeah, that's fucking
Right.
nothing. So because he's literally giving out $1,000 an hour, so I think he's all right. But it was funny. I went to, so I hung out with them for a minute and just we just talked about the whole thing and our favorite parts, and we're all dying laughing. Oh, and so another note, while I was in VR, the guy that has my phone comes up to me and goes, "Hey, your wife just texted you and your daughter had a reaction." So I go, "You got to be fucking kidding me." Peyton has a peanut allergy, and so it happened one time, and we've been good ever since. But then apparently she had a rash, but she texted him like, "It's not worth it, but I just want him to know." I was like, "Well, then fucking let's talk tomorrow." But
I'm working, baby.
yeah.
Come on.
So apparently she told my nephew, because they went out and had dinner that night. My nephew is 10, and they told him, "Yeah, Mark's doing a video with MrBeast, and he flipped out like I was with the fucking Beatles, and he and obviously he's a huge fan, and he didn't even believe it. He goes, "No, you don't know what you're talking about." He's not with MrBeast. He does like just could not believe it. And MrBeast was in. I go, "Hey, my nephew's a big fan. Can you autograph? He wanted your autograph." And he goes, "Oh yeah, sure." He goes, "Do you want me to do a video?" And I go, "Fucking yeah, dude, that'd be killer." So he took my phone, he did a video, goes, "Hey Chase, how's it going? Hey, we're just wrapped up a VR video. This is Chris, and this is this and that." And he goes, "Hey, and don't do drugs on it." He didn't say that, but he's he's just being nice. And I sent it to Chase, and he flipped out. So I was like, "Dude, it's super nice of him." The whole crew's nice, and they were very welcoming. So it was a lot of fun. But I'll tell you what, when I went, first thing I did was I drove to sit down and have breakfast and coffee it up. And as soon as I had breakfast, I was like, I should have stayed in there. I could have done a couple more hours, but I went home. I made it home. I took a shower. Obviously, I've been in sweaty clothes for God knows, like pretty much 16 hours. And I took a shower. I fell asleep for 3 hours, and I woke up and I was sick. Of course, I was sick. So, and I just now, I guess it's almost 2 weeks, but yeah, I just got over it like 2 days ago.
Jeepers creepers!
It's crazy at the end of the video where you're talking, y'all are talking about the whole thing and talking with Chris. You can faintly hear it, like how congested you are.
Yeah. I woke up for some reason, even though I didn't sleep long there. I woke up. I was like, I'm a different person. I'm a different human right now. This is not how I was when I went to sleep. But yeah, I was a little bummed because I thought there was a lot of good content and we were all laughing and everything. But the video obviously was focused a little bit more on Chandler's failures more than the VR thing, that is also funny. But I thought there's a lot of funny stuff in there, and yeah, I haven't told you guys this, but I was like, I bet you I could stay in VR for 24 hours. And so I thought maybe if I take my one room and do a green screen in there, and I'll just do my own 24-hour VR video.
So you liked it so much.
You would do that again. Wow.
I might do that just to prove a point, because I was kind of like, I could do 24 hours, and I was like, no, you can't. Don't do that. I was like, no, I'll do it. But I'm like having a conversation with myself.
Man.
It's like when Michael Scott went to Sandals and he brought back the steel drum.
Wow. I wish I could have that footage of just you guys laying down on the bridge and talking.
Dude, that was when I left, I was like, that might be half the video, because it was so funny. And
God,
the shit he was telling me was like off the wall, and I would make jokes and make fun of him, and he would make fun of me, and it was a good time.
I
hope
is he from Greenville?
I don't know. And I'm not I think everyone knows where they're from.
Oh.
But yeah.
They do now.
Yeah. But it's kind of a shame. I would like to try to get my hands on that content just for
if I could edit that video. I'm not saying MrBeast does a bad job, but I'm saying I could do much better. I promise you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's when I left, I was like, that is going to take forever to edit. But, I think there was they used like 5 minutes of the VR thing, and
5 minutes.
I think maybe it's probably more, but I just for me personally, I just thought the content was definitely worth using. So yeah, but I mean they made a good video out of it still, so that's what they wanted to do, and that angle that they took, which is still hilarious, and it was a great video, but yeah, it was a shame because I was driving home delirious, sick, and laughing because of just there was a lot of funny stuff that happened. So yeah, super fun, nice guys.
Well, that's exciting.
Damn, I almost feel like you guys had such a bonding experience. I want you guys to meet up again.
I felt like it. When those guys when the crew was like, you guys talking could have been a podcast, not to betray you guys, but I was like, yeah, that could have been a great podcast. We had a nice yin and yang there, but yeah,
I mean,
and when you sleep with someone in VR, you feel like you bond, you them.
well, it's like we've talked about before. Like you really feel. I mean, granted, y'all are in the same room, but like you really feel like you're there with somebody.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely has VR equipment. Well, maybe we could see if he wants to do like a hand simulator episode with us.
Yeah, I wonder maybe if one of those guys wants to jump in.
Yeah, because the end of the video that they posted, you guys had a moment there,
Yeah, yeah, that was legit. Like it did feel like we survived. Everyone else had gone and we'd gone through this thing together. I mean, he was obviously nice enough at the end of the video, but yeah, when it really felt like we went through some shit together.
Trauma bonding. Right. It's called. It's actually something they brought up on Speed, also, where relationships that start under extreme conditions.
Oh, yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah.
Oh.
First full circle back to Keanu.
Back to Keanu Reeves. Oh.
Yep.
So
he's everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry to eat up all the time there, but I mean, it was a long debacle, and obviously it's helped out our channel. A lot of
that's been crazy.
Yeah, a lot of new people, and then some people who are like, well, you guys suck, and well, you know what?
Oh, I saved. Let me pull it up. I saved one of my favorite comments.
Oh, good.
From these new people. Yeah, it'll be. We were talking about this, I think, yesterday.
Was it "I'm here from MrBeast"?
Just no, I didn't see that one.
yeah, that was like.
Did somebody say that?
300 comments.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who stays and who goes.
Yeah, we'll definitely lose a lot of those subscribers because they don't know really what they're getting into, as opposed to seeing something on GameSprout where it's gamers doing gaming things,
Right. But yeah, one of my favorite, I screenshotted and almost sent it to you guys because it came back to something we had talked about before. It's just, you guys are old.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
But then the other one that I really loved, you want to talk about not understanding or not in on the joke. Some guy commented, this isn't even real. Why do you guys think this is funny?
I guess he was expecting people to play a game, and that's not what we do. So he decided to say this isn't real.
Or did he think that everyone else thought that our VR characters were real people, maybe. But he was the only one that could see that they were just...
He just did not get what we were doing at all. Wow. All right. That's fine.
I'm glad he's everybody.
Here. Well, yeah, there's I remember when we were first starting out, and there was like one person on one of our payday videos had said, this is like, why don't you guys just play the game? And it was like,
Right,
well,
right.
if we did that, we would literally be just like a million other people. Like which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but
Right.
but we're just trying to do something different, even though it's not popular, just wanting to do something different.
But I'm very glad that we've got people out there that appreciate this type of humor.
Yes.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, look, when we posted our thing for the first couple times, I was like, here it comes. Here comes the fucking bashing of a lifetime. Like, there's there's no way that people are going to like it.
Our first video we posted, you mean?
Yeah, first, second, third. I mean, still, there's still sometimes when we post them, I'm like, all right, when's it all gonna just backfire? But yeah, I mean, I'm blown away by anyone who thinks that our shit is funny, because I think that we think it's funny. But of course,
Right.
as I've done stand up for a while now, there's a lot of stuff that I think is funny that nobody else thinks is funny.
Yeah, it's very yeah, there's some what's the word I'm looking for? Not anxiety, like we're self-conscious about our style of humor, and it's like we're pretty much just masturbating into a VR headset, and
basically
that's the only way I do it now.
After 17 hours, they
it's
broke
the only way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the shame, or a shame, about internet comedy and real, what you're doing with stand up is the only thing that those people, when like you're at Good Nights or somewhere local, the only thing that the audience has in common is that they live in the same area.
Yeah.
Whereas the people that are coming, seeing our stuff on the internet, it's that they enjoy this stuff, that they have somehow through algorithms and machine learning have been pointed to our stuff.
Yeah.
So they're there because they like the material. And I'll be honest, I thought, I was pretty certain that Baby Diver was the beginning of the end for us.
That I've never been more nervous about posting a video.
No,
for sure.
I haven't either. I'm not kidding at all. I was like, and I've learned to keep my mouth shut and let it go how it's gonna. Because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have put that out. I was like, nobody's gonna like this. This is just batshit.
Why didn't you guys tell me? I posted it.
I think I was closer to Jeff than I was Steven, because I think I was also like, I don't know if we should do this at all. I mean,
No.
I mean, in the credits, that obviously is legit, where we're all like, I think we just wasted our whole night.
Well,
Just I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious, but obviously bringing that to the public, and first of all, yes, the one thing I do like about it is that you really see how the story develops. We're all normal people in a submarine, and Jeff says "escuche" out of here, so I take that as becoming like, I just say it over and over again to try to generate some sort of feeling or character, and then and then I say that, and then you say this lost man, and then I say, oh, I'm a boy looking for my papa, my daddy, which then I try to play off of the double thing of being sexual. Oh, wasn't there another comment that someone said, like, someone said, I'm gonna try to, you guys keep talking, I'm gonna try to look it up, but it was,
all right.
It definitely made me, it probably pissed me off the most, and I don't know if people even want to hear what I'm saying right now, but if someone accused us of making like gay remarks, and it's like, dude, we're doing
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. They're like, yeah, I'm just paraphrasing. It's men doing comedy. They always resort
Yeah.
to gay jokes or homosexual jokes. And I was like, guy, like, I can't tell. It's stuff like that. And then the guy that was like, this isn't real. It's like, are these people just trolling? Or are they like, fishing for somebody to comment back so that they can, get into something with them?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see that one, but I did want to say, if you guys remember the night that we filmed Baby Diver, we weren't even supposed to do Iron Wolf that night. We were supposed to do, I think, Bar Fight.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. And the technical problems, we were trying for like an hour. Then we gave up. And then we said, oh, well, Iron Wolf has a tiny update. Let's just see what's in there. And then it was born. We weren't even like, you guys started and didn't even ask if I was recording or nothing. It was just
well, that's not for us to worry about. That's your
well, I know
deal.
it's my responsibility to record, but the point is we started, didn't care where it went, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's we left there and I was like, okay, that's a good one. That's for us.
Yeah, this will never air.
This will never go anywhere. Ha ha ha. Good night. Fun times. And then like it kept being brought up like, yeah, okay, I'm editing this. I was like, why? What are you doing with that one? Don't do anything with that one, please. God, don't do anything with that one.
Too late.
That's why like I have learned to, on some of these things, try to keep my opinion to myself because I don't want to muddy your judgment. Like because I completely trust you and how you edit these and your ideas. And I mean, I would have been completely like, look, I mean, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have put it out. There wouldn't have been a Baby Diver.
Okay. Next time you guys tell me if you're not feeling it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want my, thoughts or opinions to influence yours.
I just did a quick calculation. 1.6% of the people disliked that video. 1.6%. To me, that's a successful video.
Yeah, I guess I was just so nervous because it was so out there. I mean, it was the furthest thing that I mean, it's like we have teetered with stuff, but that's fucking nuts. It's
bananas.
Yeah,
but
that kind of makes me think, geez, what kind of crap could we put out there that people would like?
Yeah. The one thing I also
I feel like that's a slippery slope.
We're gonna turn into Nirvana or something, and I'll just shoot myself because no one appreciates our old stuff,
Oh shit!
Oh wow,
Jesus.
That's a leap there. Jesus Christ!
No one appreciates.
Went from there was 2 steps. It went from putting out a bizarro YouTube video to eating a shotgun.
I will say that one thing that was pointed out by a decent amount of people that I also didn't really think about, but just because we were trying to make it as funny as possible, was how sad the ending was.
Yeah, everyone comment.
Yes.
We just had a comment a few minutes ago saying, wow, that was such a sad ending. Jeez.
I think that is the most gratifying type of comment or it's not even a compliment. It's just the fact that people are paying that much attention to it.
That's true.
Yeah.
I will also like getting kind of invested into it. Now you have this ridiculous story. I mean, an Italian boy who shrinks and you pump air into him and he grows again and he's looking for a leather daddy and all this craziness, and then
Yeah, how could you invest in that?
the well, don't make him feel silly, but yeah, then watching it, and I rewatched it a couple of, like, just the ending a couple times, after, people kept commenting. I was like, is it really that sad? And I rewatched it, and I was like, I guess it is sad, because you have the one guy who shot himself out by himself. He just said, fuck it, I'm out. And then Steven had the kind enough heart to get this boy out of here.
The only chance of survival.
Yeah. And then, I guess I didn't really pay attention to of the whole, Steven going down with the ship, and I'm like, oh man, he did a little sacrifice there. So,
But in reality, none of the three people survived because, first of all,
right.
how did the first man shoot himself out?
Yeah, I'm sure he's on a timer.
If that's possible. I mean, as soon as you flood the torpedo tube and then hit fire, that probably kills the person.
Yeah.
But well, anyway, I'm excited to edit this raft episode of the forest.
Yeah, me too. I don't want to push you to make that the next one, but that would be. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Not going to say anything because I don't know if this episode will be out before it. Probably will. Anyway,
who knows? Well, do we want to table these questions that we had and save those for the next
we're already
episode?
At 2 hours. I think this is like the MrBeast
This
episode.
is the MrBeast
yes,
special.
Exactly. Yeah, we can wait till next time.
Well, let me read these real quick. Just the people that. So there's one from Swan, Shane, Ryan Katsky, and Solette, I believe. And then I think there was some from Dave also. Hold on, I'm sorry. Derp, and more questions from Ryan. Yeah. So all those people, I have your questions. We haven't forgotten them. They're great questions, and we're gonna come back to them. Just
okay, great.
Next episode.
Nice.
Sounds good.
And everybody that has submitted questions or hasn't, thank you for the questions. I think there's one of my favorite parts of our podcast, or when we do this, it's that it's like a gift to us, just anything that we can joke around on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you saw I said for sure. I mean, you saw where some of the questions lead to. I mean, you never know.
Right.
Yep.
Well, all right, guys. Hopefully we can put together an episode with was it Chris?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll reach out to him and see if he wants to be a guest.
Yeah, slide up into the DMs, and it sounds like
that
you guys
would be
are
a relationship to maintain, just because you know who they are.
Well, I think the really funny thing is, like, after that, like, instead of us then going back to Jimmy and be like, hey man, do you mind being on our channel? We go to Chris. Like, hey man, do you mind being on our channel? Kind of repaying the favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, we're not worried about MrBeast. He can do whatever.
We like
Chris.
Yeah.
Well, which, by the way, they have 3 editors. So
wow, that would be so nice.
Yeah, right. I mean, I am grateful for your work, but yeah, I was thinking, like, because I was like, oh, it's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks, and it was still, well, obviously they used a little bit of it, but when you have 3 editors, you get shit done quick. So they're pumping out videos. They did that. I guess the sand video was like the next day, and then the 3 days later, I think one's coming out now where they're going to be like on a mountain or something. So 24 hours on a mountain or something is coming out. So I mean, they're pumping out videos like crazy now.
That's been, I think, the coolest thing for me about all this is really hearing your stories about it and then starting to actually think about like, okay, well, what does it actually take just for this one YouTuber's channel to make all of this stuff happen?
Yeah.
Like just this amount of behind the scenes and setup stuff just for your episode.
Yeah, and which is, they use as much as they wanted to use, but think about all that production and not using that as a one episode. But
Right.
so I mean they have. I walked in there. I was like, holy crap! They put a lot of time into this.
Right. And it seems from the amount of footage that they use from it that it's not that big a deal, or that, like,
Yeah, I talked to one of the writers, and
or
apparently, and maybe this pertains to the VR episode too a little bit, but they said they've shot. They've spent X amount of money, which isn't cheap, on one of their production of their videos, and they don't use any of it. They just go, it's stupid. We didn't get any content out of it, and they just throw it away. Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
It's fascinating, like this.
Oh, they're growing. They're growing so quick. I mean, again, I'm friends with a couple of the guys that work with them, and they just hit 20 million subscribers yesterday, I believe. And yeah, yesterday, and today they are at 20,241,000. 241,000 in a day.
Suck fast.
Yeah.
Wait, what was, say that again?
So yesterday, like two of the guys from MrBeast that I know because I'm friends with them, that they had like congratulations 20 million. So they just hit 20 million yesterday. So 24 hours ago, or in 24 hours, they got 241,000 subscribers. Now they're at 20,241,000.
Yeah, that's a quarter
Jesus.
million and a yeah.
In 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got his Social Blade
Fuck man.
page
We
pulled
got
up.
I mean, just from your appearance, I think we gained 20 some thousand that day.
Yeah, that day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was talking to the one of the guys, and it was I mean, yeah, he had, I don't even think he had 1 million last December, or not last December, but 2 Decembers ago, so almost a year and a half.
Yeah, this arc that they have on his graph for subscriber predictions is not vertical, but
Oh boy.
pretty close to it.
That's infinity. My goodness.
Yeah, it's interesting knowing what we or I know now about, have learned about YouTube. Some of this stuff is neat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's billion. Okay, yeah, it's 2.7 billion video views.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
2.7 billion. Okay, what do we have right now? We've got
Mhm.
5.5.
5
5.5
million.
almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just that I mean, it's impressive. I don't care what you're posting, but I don't know. I mean, ours is a comedy channel, so it's not going to be like,
What is our model?
We make content that makes us laugh, and it just so happens to make other people laugh
I
as
think
well.
that's it in a nutshell. Yeah.
I mean, I think there couldn't be, there isn't a better representation of that than Baby Diver.
yeah.
That was like, even when we were making it, like I was like, yeah, this is not going anywhere, but it was so fun. Like I didn't want to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just got to roll with it.
All right, guys. Well, it's late on a Monday
Yeah,
night,
it's a
so I
school
believe
night.
that'll.
Yes. Let us all reconvene soon.
All right, boys.
As such, also it is unto you too.